Hi, my name's Tony Amore. I'm Tony Amore. This is Britney Spears. T-shirt I've had done. Bruno Mars. The famous singer, very talented singer, Bruno Mars, a musician. Very talented musician as well, Bruno Mars. It's a t-shirt I've had done, Tony Amore, printed on top. And Printed Gift House, as Printed Gift House Limited in Newcastle-under-Lyme, has printed these. Newcastle-under-Lyme, Staffordshire, Printed Gift House Limited. And that's Britney Spears. And Bruno Mars. Hi, my name's Tony Amore. I'm an artist from Stoke-on-Trent, classical pianist, trained to be a concert pianist. Doing the music of the concert pianists, concert piano player, and I have lessons off at Keele University, Staffordshire. I go up to the clock house at Keele University, the music department there, where they do their degrees, their BA degrees, Bachelor of Arts degrees in music and music technology. So there's lots of different instrumentalists go up there and singers and stuff to do their degrees, young students and probably mature students as well go up to Keele University, and I go up and Tatiana teaches me in her studio at Keele University, gives me piano lessons. Tatiana, like I said before, she's from Moscow. She trained in Moscow piano, and she teaches me the piano. She's from Russia, and she's a classical pianist, and she's got a master's degree in music. Tatiana Iskandarova, and I go up there and have piano lessons off Tatiana, and she's amazing on the piano. Really good, really gifted, really gifted, talented piano player is Tatiana Iskandarova. I enjoy having piano lessons off her. So that's up at Keele University, Staffordshire, at Tatiana's studio. But she rents out and I play on a grand piano, big grand piano. This is a full-size keyboard. It's got grand piano effect. It's got weighted keys. So it's got weighted keys, the same. It's our keyboard. It's got weighted keys, and it's got the same feel as the grand piano, which is excellent for the kind of piano work that I do. So so that's really good for me. So Star Wars, starring Carrie Fisher. Is it Carrie Fisher? Yes, Carrie Fisher. And Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. A Star Wars movie. So Buddy Holly, brilliant singer, legendary entertainer, songwriter, wrote lots of good songs, lots of brilliant songs from the United States of America. Buddy Holly is. I think he might be from Texas and United States of America. I think he was born in Texas. Buddy Holly died young with the Big Bopper and Richie Valens. Ricardo Venezuela's real name was. Richie Valens also died in a plane crash. I think it was 1959 when he died in a plane crash. All three of them did. Richie Valens was very talented. A very talented songwriter. He wrote La Bamba, or he sang La Bamba anyway. Famous song by Richie Valens. So yeah, Buddy Holly, creative genius. Beethoven, greatest composer of symphonies. Ludwig van Beethoven, absolutely amazing, very talented. That's it, obviously. Beethoven was very talented. So that's that. So the first piece I'm going to play for you today, I'm going to try and play for you today, or part of it, if I can find the damn thing. Frédéric Chopin. This is Frédéric Chopin, composed this in 1837 when he composed this. It's the March Funèbre, the funeral march from Sonata Number 2 in B flat minor, Opus 35, and Frédéric Chopin composed this in the 1800s. The genius Frédéric Chopin. According to Louise Stones, the radio presenter, Louise Stones, the radio presenter on Radio Stoke, she said today she works on she's a radio presenter on Radio Stoke, Staffordshire, Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. She said today's the anniversary of the Beatles' White Album. Louise Stone said on the radio. So I love the Beatles. They're very good. I don't know much about the White Album. That's probably white. I mean, clues in the title, I guess. So that's what Louise Stone says on the radio. I like Louise Stone. She's lovely. I like her voice on the radio. She's brilliant, amazing, Louise Stones. I really like it. And I like Hilda, who works on the reception at Radio Stoke. Hilda is a really nice person. I've known her years, about over 10 years I've known Hilda. She works on the reception desk at BBC Radio Stoke, and she knows Louise, obviously, Louise Stones. And Louise Stones is like a very famous radio presenter in Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. Well, nationally probably, because people can listen to BBC Radio Stoke nationally. So all around the country, probably even listen to it in America. So she might be even that famous. So anyway, going back to this, I'm going to attempt this piece. So there. One I like. It'd be good if I could find the right notes. So, this is Sergei Rachmaninoff, Piano Concerto Number 3. This is the hardest piano piece to play in the world. That's Sergei Rachmaninoff, amazing piano composer. So, give you an idea just how difficult it is. See that? And Sergei Rachmaninoff wrote this. Piano Concerto Number 3, Opus 30. Sergei Rachmaninoff from Russia. And that's the music, the piano score for the Piano Concerto Number 3. You can watch Lang Lang, famous Lang Lang concert pianist, play it, and you can watch Yuja Wang, another famous Chinese lady concert pianist. She's brilliant, very attractive and very talented. Yuja Wang, the Steinway artist, Steinway piano artist, classical concert pianist, amazing. And I like Tiffany Poon. She's another Chinese concert pianist, Tiffany Poon. You can go on YouTube and see Tiffany Poon, like Lang Lang and Yuja Wang. You can see them on YouTube videos, and they're brilliant to watch. And Stephen Hough, Hough, he's another great. He's a British concert pianist, and he's amazing to watch as well. And I think you say Evgeny Kissing, Evgeny Kissing, Evgeny Kissin, the Russian concert pianist. He's very good. He's amazing. So talented, a genius, I think. Evgeny Kissin, I think his name is. Anyway, Kissin. And Dmitry Shishkin, another Russian concert pianist. Again, he's amazing. Dmitry Shishkin. He's very good to listen to on YouTube. Dmitry Shishkin from Moscow, a young concert pianist, another genius piano player. So, I'm like Ronnie Corbett, but on the piano. Ronnie Corbett, going to tell you a story, but he goes off the subject all the time. And then tells you the comic story, which is very funny. Great comedian, Ronnie Corbett. The two Ronnies. Amazing. So funny. Cheer me up. Should be more people like that in the world. Well, there probably is. So, The Funeral March by Frédéric Chopin, composed in 1837. Frédéric Chopin, the piano composer, genius composer, composed this in 1837. Prolific piano composer, Frédéric Chopin. So. It's 5 flats on this, 5 flats. So it's quite difficult piano piece to play. He says, biting the wrong note. Yes. Oh no, it should have been there, sorry. that's the Funeral March by Frédéric Chopin. Funeral March by Frédéric Chopin. There's another one by Frédéric Chopin, Etude in C minor, known as the Revolutionary Study. The Revolutionary Study by Chopin, by Frédéric Chopin. So, okay. So that's Frédéric Chopin's piano, Revolutionary Study by Frédéric Chopin. One of my favourite piano players, Frédéric Chopin. This is a Franz Liszt, just the right hand, the Hungarian rap. Sorry, the Hungarian Rhapsody, Franz Liszt. That's Franz Liszt, the Hungarian Rhapsody. So I'll find that. So So this is just the right hand that I'm working on. It's the left hand. I can do that. Well, I can probably do that the left hand as well, but just work on the right hand. So this is the Hungarian Rhapsody by Franz Liszt, Hungarian Rhapsody number 2. So that's with the left hand, but sorry, I'll start again. Sorry. Too fast for myself. Oh, sorry, I have to start again. Sorry about this. We'll get there. Sorry, I have to start again. So that's the Hungarian Rhapsody. The beginning goes like this, so the Hungarian Rhapsody. Sorry. I'll start again, sorry, start again. We'll get there eventually. Mistake there, no mistake. Never mind. No. So anyway, that's the Hungarian Rhapsody by Franz Liszt, 1800s composer. This is Franz Liszt, the composer. '1800s. He had an amazing life. Franz Liszt is worth checking out his life. He was amazing. Franz Liszt, dazzling showman, virtuoso, very gifted man, piano composer. He was born in 1811 in 1811, and he died in 1886. 1886. Frederick Chopin. This is a t-shirt I've had done. Printed gift house in Newcastle-under-Lyme, with my name printed on, and it's I don't know if you can see, it's Cameron Diaz, Hollywood actress. So it's Cameron Diaz, Hollywood actress. So this is my tattoos I've had done at Tribal Images in Stoke-on-Trent. Oz, who works there, he's brilliant. Oz, he's been on MTV. He's a nice guy, brilliant tattooist, brilliant artist. And Kirsty's partner works there, and Rob, brilliant tattooist. So I had that done. I've got Britney Spears printed, keep saying that, tattooed on the top there. And this is the one that I've had done anyway, a tribal tattoo that I've had done, Tribal Images. Yes, so like I said, moving on from Cameron Diaz, very beautiful Cameron Diaz. Ronnie Wood, artist, brilliant artist. Famous Ronnie Wood, who was in the Rolling Stones band with Mick Jagger. Amazing. That's me, Tony Amore, smiling. It's another one that I've had done by E.L. Norman. Roger took this. He's a professional photographer. Roger is. The company is E.L. Norman Photographers in Newcastle-under-Lyme, Staffordshire, and they did my photographic portfolio. So this is me. I was on BBC One. It's a Mad World for Comic Relief, 2007. So that's Granada, Spain. I went to Granada, Spain with the BBC, Martin X and Claire Martin, and we filmed some of It's a Mad World there. I love Granada, Spain, and the Islamic art. The work is fantastic. The Moorish art from the 13th century, 14th century. It's unbelievable art. So that's the Alhambra in Granada, Alhambra Palace, and that's where the Moorish art is. And the Christian art, the Catholic art, the Catholic Church's cathedral in Granada, Spain is magnificent as well. Absolutely magnificent place, Granada, Spain. I enjoyed being filmed there by the BBC. It's an opportunity that most people will never get. So that was good. And like I said, Martin X filmed me there. He's from BBC Bristol. You can go to Martin X's CV. You can type in Google Martin X CV, and you can see all the television programs that he's filmed, his documentaries that he's filmed. He's a brilliant guy, Martin X. A really lovely guy, nice guy. I enjoyed working with him. And Claire Martin from BBC Bristol. She also came up to Stoke-on-Trent to film me for It's a Mad World. And Claire Martin's has recently worked on, because the documentary I did was 2007, but Claire Martin, the BBC lady, has recently worked on a Bake Off, a Celebrity Bake Off or something. Nadia, anyway, she's done that. Anyway, she's been working on that. She's a lovely lady, Claire Martin. Brilliant producer, Claire Martin. Jesus Christ. saviour, my globe, Africa. So as you can see here, you can see me on YouTube, me, Jim, Wenda and Dave, Tony Amore, Jim Stevenson, Wenda Dyer and Dave Pierce, who were on a documentary, Comic Relief 2007. That's part 3 if you want to type that into YouTube, and you'll see me being filmed in Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, the American Clubhouse, and the Observatory, American Clubhouse, Brighter Futures, and documentary highlights four people with mental health issues, and it's on YouTube, and you'll see me, Tony Amore, Jim Stevenson, Wenda Dyer, and Dave Pierce. Classical pianist, that's me. Classical piano player. It's a photo of me. Tony Amore, BBC One fame. It's my apartment in Stoke-on-Trent. Laurel and Hardy, Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy, amazing comedians from Hollywood, Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. It's my crown. So Geoffrey Clamp's art. Geoffrey Clamp has been in the Sentinel newspaper. He's an artist from Stoke-on-Trent. He's got a fine art degree, which he took at which was the Polytechnic, but he studied his degree at Staffordshire University. Geoffrey Clamp, he works on a massive scale. He's a brilliant poet, really nice guy, Geoffrey Clamp. He's been in the Sentinel newspaper, Staffordshire, quite a few times. He's done lots of exhibitions at Keele University, Staffordshire, and he's a great guy, Geoffrey Clamp, and he was taught by Arthur Berry. Arthur Berry is a famous artist from Stoke-on-Trent, Arthur Berry, and his professor was Arthur Berry, brilliant artist Arthur Berry, and he taught Geoffrey Clamp, and he was Geoffrey Clamp's professor, Arthur Berry was. And so Geoffrey Clamp's got a fine art degree at Staffordshire University, Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. Fame, TV series, Amazing Fame, the original Fame, original cast from Fame. So the kids from Fame, New York, Performing Arts Academy, New York City, United States of America. This is the cast of Fame. Brilliant TV series. That's Leroy. Brilliant dancer Leroy, died tragically a few years back. But this is the cast from Fame. Bruno Martelli, the piano player, that was his part, Bruno Martelli, and Professor Swarovski, who taught piano and music at the Music Academy of Fame on the TV series, not in real life, in the TV series. Professor Swarovski was a professor of music at the New York Performing Arts Academy. So, that's it. We have a Performing Arts Academy in Newcastle under Lyme, part of Newcastle College in Staffordshire, Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. It's a new building that they just put up there, the Performing Arts Academy, which people can go and obviously study performing arts in Newcastle under Lyme. So that's a brilliant thing. I think it's a brilliant thing. Phil Taylor from Stoke-on-Trent. He lives in Stoke-on-Trent. Very famous darts player, world famous darts player Phil Taylor. I know his daughter, Callie Taylor. She's a lovely lady, Callie Taylor. Really nice person. A really nice person, Callie Taylor. So I know I met Callie Taylor after I did the BBC documentary, It's a Mad World. I met her. It was a real privilege to meet Callie Taylor. She's a lovely person, really, really lovely person. So that's Phil Taylor. He's still got the power. There's a Sentinel newspaper, Staffordshire. And I'd like to thank. I'd like to say. I would like to. I'd like to say something for the two lovely ladies who work at the Sentinel office at the reception, Shally and Julie, two lovely ladies who work at the Sentinel office, and every time I go in they're really nice to me and really lovely people, and they work at the reception desk at the Sentinel newspaper office in Anley, Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. Two lovely ladies, Shally and Julie. So, and Catherine, who works there at the Sentinel office and works on the advertisement team. She's a really nice lady. And Amy Napier. And I know Amy who works at the Sentinel. Obviously I know her, but I know Amy's mum, Sue Preston, who was on the BBC documentary with me, It's a Mad World, and she was a manager at the American Clubhouse, the mental health social club in Burslem, Stoke-on-Trent, Sue Preston. So, but her daughter Amy works at the Sentinel office, and she's lovely. This is the famous, very, 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 very famous Gordon Banks. Absolutely wonderful. From Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. Definitely nobody like him, in a good way. He's the most brilliant goalkeeper that the world has ever seen. And he's from Stoke-on-Trent, Gordon Banks. A real legend. He'll be immortal. He'll live forever. Gordon Banks. Like Robbie Williams will probably live forever. He's obviously very famous. Well, Robbie. And talking of Robbie Williams, here he is. Oh no, so that's Jonathan Wilkes. I keep thinking he's Robbie Williams. No, this is Jonathan Wilkes from Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. And he's brilliant, Jonathan Wilkes. A brilliant actor. I've met him. I did a song on Stoke's Got Talent, Stoke's Top Talent. It's like a play on Britain's Got Talent. But I performed at the Victoria Hall, and I sang on stage. I sang in front of Jonathan Wilkes, but I forgot the words of the Frank Sinatra song, so I didn't do very well. But it was lovely to meet him, and I met him a few other times afterwards. He's a really nice guy. He's a lovely guy, Jonathan Wilkes, and he's from Stoke-on-Trent as well. Plays at the Regent Theatre, pantomime and stuff, and he does other TV shows. He's got his own TV show as well, Jonathan Wilkes. So he's a bit of a legend. He is a legend in Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. BBC Proms. Love BBC Proms. And here's Jonathan Wilkes. Oh no, it's Robbie Williams. I keep thinking it's Jonathan Wilkes. I don't know. God, I'm getting really mixed up here. We love Robbie and Stoke-on-Trent. Well, I do anyway. But he's brilliant. Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams. Most famous entertainer in the world. He's amazing. Truly. I've met his mum, Jan Williams, I mean. So yes, his mum's lovely. His mum is really lovely. I met her twice. Once at BBC Shepherd's Bush in London, and then in Stoke-on-Trent I met her again. She gave me a big hug. And Robbie Williams' mum said to me, "Onwards and upwards for you, Tony Amore, onwards and upwards." And that's what she said to me. Really lovely lady. His mum's a really lovely lady. Robbie Williams' mum. So, that's my artwork. Tony Amore. Madonna and Child. It's by Caravaggio. Copied to Caravaggio. One of Caravaggio's famous paintings, Michelangelo Merisi. So this is something that I copied. Copied this Caravaggio. This is Madonna and Child. It's another Caravaggio that I copied. A Medusa. I've drawn this in pencil. It's a copy of a Caravaggio. Michelangelo Merisi to Caravaggio. Born in 1571, died in 1610. Born in 1571 and he died in 1610. Michelangelo Caravaggio. It's the Medusa that I've drawn. Like I said before, I'm a big fan of Caravaggio, so I've drawn this in pencil. So, this is Caravaggio's work. This is what he painted. Probably in 1592. It's a boy with a basket of fruit. It's a t-shirt with my name on, Tony Amore. This is Caravaggio's painting. The amazing artist Caravaggio. Realist painter. Chiaroscuro, which means dark and light. And his life was a mixture of, his own life was a mixture of dark and light as well. Caravaggio. Michelangelo Maurice de Caravaggio. This is another Caravaggio. Another one he painted. This is Caravaggio's artwork. Painting that he did in probably 1598. Probably did this one, 1598. He was 39 when he died, Caravaggio. Look on Caravaggio. This is me when I was in the Sentinel newspaper. It's my artwork in the background. Lovely Sandra. Piccadilly Brasserie. A restaurant, and she let the Sentinel newspaper Staffordshire come round and do a photograph. And that was really good. It's really good of the Sentinel newspaper to come round, and it's very good for Sandra, lovely lady, and her husband's a really nice guy, Ray Dobson, and that was really good. That was good. So that's me, Tony Amore. That's me. I know Tony, and I've seen him when he wasn't in the best of places with depression. So that's what she said. That's what Sandra said. So I suffer with depression. I have mental health issues, and I take my antidepressants, and they keep me well. There's a poster Giant, the movie Giant, starring James Dean. Got my name printed on top of the t-shirt, Tony Amore. The legend, James Dean, actor, 1950s. He went to the acting studio, elite acting class run by Lee Strasberg. He learned the Stanislavski method, which is method acting. James Dean, and he had acting lessons at this elite New York City acting academy in the 1950s. And Marilyn Monroe also went to the actor's studio in New York City. Marilyn Monroe knew Lee Strasberg, and Marilyn Monroe, the Hollywood actress, spent a lot of time with Lee Strasberg and the American acting teacher, one of the greatest acting teachers of the United States. And Marilyn Monroe learnt a lot. Marilyn Monroe, the actress, learnt a lot from the actor's studio. This is James Dean anyway. Died in 1955 in a fatal car crash. James Dean. I think he was only 25. Giant was his last movie. It starred the amazing Elizabeth Taylor. It starred Rock Hudson, and of course James Dean. A brilliant movie, Giant. Absolutely fantastic movie. Unbelievably good movie. This is William and Kate. Brush up on art skills. It's William and Kate. The artist is Dario Vargas, and it's an aid of mental health. It's at the Mental Health Summit, the World Mental Health Summit, and William and Kate, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, have done an awful lot for mental health. So I think that's brilliant. And they visited a mental health event in London. Two-day global ministerial mental health summit. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge put their artistic skills on display as they visit a mental health event in London. So that's William and Kate, which is fantastic. Britney Spears. I love Britney Spears, amazing Britney Spears is, very talented singer from the United States of America, very talented. It's got my name printed on top, Tony Amore. So that's Britney Spears. So I'd like to thank Vanessa Renshaw, the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Open Door Charity in Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. Open Door Charity helping the homeless and vulnerable in Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire. I was on the streets for a year, which was 3 years ago, and Vanessa Renshaw is a lovely lady, a beautiful person, gave me this property to stay in, and I've been living here for 3 years now, and because of Vanessa Renshaw and Shaffer and Ahmed Shaffer, who gave me this place to stay, which I'm obviously very grateful. So that's really good. I'd like to thank Vanessa Renshaw, lovely lady. Elvis Presley, there'll never be another Elvis. It was amazing, Elvis Presley. Singer from the United States of America. Legend. True legend. There'll never be another one like Elvis. Elvis Presley. Such a well-loved, such an adored singer, entertainer, Hollywood actor. Elvis Presley. It's wonderful. This poster of me. Las Vegas. E.L. Norman did this, Stoke-on-Trent. That's me, Tony Amore. My name up in lights. So that's a photo of me, photo shoot that I went to. E.L. Norman in Newcastle-under-Lyme, Staffordshire. And Roger took this photograph. I was in the photo shoot for 2 hours. It was just after the BBC One documentary I did, It's a Mad World. This is when I was in the Sentinel newspaper, Staffordshire. My artwork again, Hidden Talents for Brighter Futures, who I did the documentary for. So that's when I was in the paper, Sentinel story for me, Hidden Talents. So Sentinel did that story for me. That's me, Tony Amore. So another Sentinel story of me, Tony Amore. There I am, with my artwork for North Staffordshire Combined Healthcare NHS Trust, This was about 4 weeks ago. Arts for Alf for Mental Health. Tony Amore pictured, who had a drawing of Napoleon Bonaparte on display. Zoe Best, who works for the Support Time and Recovery team in Support Time and Recovery NHS team at the Observatory in Analyst. She organised this art exhibition for people with mental health problems. And the Sentinel newspaper, Staffordshire, did the article. Leanne Bagnall, who works for the Sentinel, she's a lovely lady, and she did the photograph. Leanne Bagnall. Paul Warlow, artist from Stoke-on-Trent, genius artist. This is his album, Cool That Dude. You can go on YouTube and see Paul Warlow, who is an artist and musician. This is his album that he's done, this album that he did. And you can see his artwork, Serene Soulmate, on YouTube. It's a brilliant artwork, Serene Soulmate. That's his name, Paul. That's his name, Paul Warlow, brilliant artist. This is Paul Warlow's artwork. It just goes to show you what a genius artist he is, Paul Warlow. Robbie Williams, heavy entertainment show. Robbie Williams, who sold millions of records, about 100 million records around the world. That's Robbie Williams, smiling. I like to see him in concert. Vanessa Renshaw, who owns this property, she's the director of the Open Door Project. She went to see Robbie Williams not long ago. And Mohammed Shaffer, who also owns this property, he's met Robbie Williams. And he's met Phil Taylor, Mohammed Shaffer has. He lives next door, Mohammed Shaffer, to me, and he owns this property. He's a nice guy, Mohammed Shaffer Hussain. So, Gershwin, amazing Gershwin, George Gershwin music. And you can also see Ray Finney he's a songwriter who went to the American Clubhouse, the Observatory, and he's on YouTube, Ray Finney. So is Phil Dooley, who's a composer. Phil Dooley's music is similar to Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells. And Phil Dooley's on YouTube, and he used to go to the Observatory, the mental health social group in Hanley, Stoke-on-Trent, Brighter Futures. So you can see Phil Dooley, and you can see Ray Finney on YouTube, and Pete Limer is also on YouTube. He's a brilliant songwriter, gifted songwriter. He used to go to the American Clubhouse, and he's got a song on YouTube called Ghost Train, Pete Limer. And they were all part of the Jam Factory in Stoke-on-Trent at the American Clubhouse, at the Observatory, the Jam Factory. And it was like loads of talented musicians and artists who've got mental health issues and writers joined this club called Jam Factory. It's my artwork, so Raphael, that I've copied. So, Sistine Madonna, it's called. Raphael Sanzio painted this. I've done the drawing of it. I've copied the drawing. I mean to get this one framed, actually. In fact, I am going to get it framed. I'm hoping that Kieran and Eamon frame it for me. Molko Print in Newcastle under Lyme framers. Picture framers, really nice guys, and I'm hoping that Eamon and Kieran frame this one for me. Sistine Madonna, it's called. It's me, obviously, Tony Amore. So it's a Raphael Sanzio. Raphael Sanzio. Yes, Raphael Sanzio painting, and that's me, Tony Amore. So it's but I've drawn it in pencil, obviously. So I've done. It's quite big, as you can see. I've done on 2 pieces of paper. So if you can see that. See that better. So I've drawn this one. This is what I've drawn in pencil. Some of the Raphael that I've done. Raphael Sanzio, Saint. I've drawn in pencil. So I copied this from a Raphael Sanzio. I love Raphael Sanzio's work. So I copy the Renaissance artist Raphael Sanzio, who lived in Italy, Rome, Italy. He died in 1520 and he was 36 when he was born. I mean 36 when he died, not when he was born. 36 when he died, Raphael Sanzio. So it's my name there. So yes, I'm very happy with this one, which I'm working on. Another Raphael Sanzio I've done, copied. Raphael Sanzio, painter of Urbino, Italy. Galatea. Raphael painted this and did the painting of this one in 1512. So I've copied it in pencil. I also like Signal Radio. Signal Radio is a brilliant radio station as well. Radio Stoke, Signal Radio Stoke-on-Trent. And I like Chris Moyles, who used to work on Signal Radio. Chris Moyles, very famous radio presenter. Thought he was very good. It's a boy with a basket of fruit that I've done, Caravaggio. I copied 1593. This is the artwork that I gave to Jan Williams, to Robbie's mum, and Jan Williams gave it to Robbie Williams. So Robbie Williams, the famous singer, international singer, has got a copy of this artwork that I've done. He's got a copy of my artwork. It's another Raphael that I did. Some of the Raphael that I've drawn. The Renaissance artist, Raphael. This is St. Alexandria, after Raphael Sanzio. Renaissance artist, 1500s. So yes. This is a Venice scene that I've drawn. Copied it off Canaletto painting, Antonio Canaletto. So I've done this one. This is Venice. So yes, this is my artwork anyway. This is Dante Rossetti that I've drawn. copied this one. Famous British artist Dante Rossetti. Modigliani. Modigliani was a friend of Picasso. Great movie, Modigliani, starring Andy Garcia. So this is sculpture, but Modigliani, Amedeo Modigliani, is very famous. He lived around about 1917 was when he was just starting out in art, Modigliani, in Paris, France, and he's known for his paintings. But this is a sculpture that I've copied from one of his sculptures. So. Vincent van Gogh, brilliant artist, Vincent van Gogh. And this is Dr. Gachet. Vincent painted this portrait, Dr. Gachet's portrait, Vincent van Gogh, psychiatrist. And he painted this in 1888. Vincent van Gogh did, the Dutch painter from Holland. So, my name's Tony Amore, and I'm an artist from Stoke-on-Trent, England. And a classical pianist. And I've got 10 hours from Steve Harper, my piano teacher. It's given me 10 hours of 10-hour piano lessons with Steve Harper, piano teacher in I got two piano teachers, Tatiana Skandarova and Steve Harper, and he'll be giving me a block session of 10 hours, piano lessons, 2 hours a day. So for 5 days, 2 hours a day, I'll be having piano lessons of Steve Harper, which I'm looking forward to, which will be next week, to learn these concert piano pieces by Franz Liszt and Frédéric Chopin and George Gershwin. Oh yes, this is Chopin, Frédéric Chopin, from the movie The Pianist, starring Adrian Brody. So Chopin, big fan of Chopin. So this is a ballad in G minor, which is in the movie The Pianist, starring Adrian Brody, about the life of Władysław Smilin. Oh, sorry. So this is the music by Frédéric Chopin, Frédéric Chopin composed this in 1835. I'll start again, sorry, I'll start again. Lost my place. See. Sorry, I have to start that again. I'm sorry, start that again. So, never mind. Still isn't working. Anyway, that was Frédéric Chopin's Ballad in G minor, or at least part of it. So that's that. Can't be bothered to do any more than that. So that's it basically. These are some of my t-shirts I've had done. It's Cameron Diaz. My name printed on top, Tony Amore. It's Cameron Diaz, the Hollywood actress. So this is Cameron Diaz, the Hollywood actress. Very beautiful woman, very talented as well, talented actress. It's another t-shirt with my name on. Tony Amore. Michelangelo. This is James Dean, the famous actor. Rebel Without a Cause. So it's Michelangelo from Sistine Chapel. So, Tony Amore. This is the French artist Jacques-Louis David. Jacques-Louis David, French artist in the 1800s, who painted Napoleon. Brilliant artist. Raphael, copied this one. Love Raphael's artwork, it's amazing. So that's Raphael.
I don't see what's so bad about taking a little drink. You don't? Oh, I definitely don't. Come on, let's go.
There's another art t-shirt, Tipolo, Giovanni Tipolo. My name on top, Tony Amore.
What's the matter with you? You're getting too old for that kind of stuff, too. You stopped doing that long ago.
I didn't want to stop. You want to stop what?
Nothing.
I was talking to Dan.
I didn't kiss her, so it was the big thing.
Bertie, you may serve us a play. Yes, ma'am. It's fish to play. You don't have...
Bills?
This is James Dean movie. Rebel Without a Cause. Amazing James Dean. That's Natalie Wood.
Oh, quick, fill the pool!
James Dean. Amazing actor James Dean. Beautiful Natalie Wood. Amazing actress. Be very beautiful looking as well. Brilliant actor, James Dean.
Lieutenant, sir, seal him off.
James Dean. This is one of my mum. You can see that she was on a documentary with me. It's a Mad World. My lovely mum. Caravaggio painting. Favourite artist, one of my favourite artists. Name printed on top, Tony Amore. Michelangelo's sculpture. Michelangelo Buonarroti sculpted this. Amazing Michelangelo. This is another sculpture by Michelangelo Buonarroti. That's when I had Thai boxing lessons at Andy Howson taught me. World famous Andy Howson, world Thai boxing champion. Was in his class in West Bromwich, Birmingham, England. He taught me for 3 months, private lessons. Andy Howson, Thai boxer. You can see him on YouTube. Really nice guy as well. And Britney Spears, as I said before. Jackson Pollock, amazing American artist. Brilliant Jackson Pollock, absolutely amazing. Brilliant artist. Absolutely amazing artist, Jackson Pollock. From the United States of America. He also died in a car crash, 1956. Jackson Pollock. Brilliant artist, Jackson Pollock. And his wife, Lee Krasner, is fantastic as well. This is my mum. It's on the BBC documentary with me. She was on the documentary with me. It's a Mad World, which you can see on YouTube. For Comic Relief, Martin X filmed it. And Claire Martin from BBC Bristol. So, New York, New York. Radio Stoke, I love Beerslum. Britney Spears t-shirt. It's Britney Spears and Bruno Mars. My name printed on top, Tony Amore. So I think that's it really. That's all I have to show you. So the t-shirt I've had done. The artwork is Jacques-Louis David, French artist, painted Napoleon. Big fan of Jacques-Louis David, 1800s. He might have painted this in 1804. French artist. You can see it in Paris, France, in the Louvre Gallery, Paris, France. So I'm a big fan of Jacques-Louis David's work. Got my name printed on, Tony Amore. Giovanni Topolo's work. Big fan of Giovanni Topolo, Italian artist. So I like Giovanni Topolo. Fantastic artwork, Giovanni Topolo. Genius. That's my giant t-shirt, James Dean. That's it from Tony Amore. Thank you very much.